Hi everyone, how are you doing today? I was just gonna tell you a little bit about how sometimes it's hard to prioritize when you're a homesteader and figure out what needs to be done and when it needs to be done, get it done, and then there are the things that you want to do and you need to do, and then combine that all with doing a vlog and trying to make sure that you're getting some of your best things in a video instead of just hurrying up and doing them and without videotaping. So something I've been wanting to show you guys is what I do for herbal homeopathic supplements for my goats. And so I just laid the baby down for a nap, and I'm finally got my ingredients gathered here, and I'm going to show you what I do as a supplement for them. It's going to be immune boosting. It's going to help with worms. It's going to help just overall health. Some of the things that I have are copper. We are deficient in copper in our area, so almost all goats have copper deficiency. So we're going to do a tablet of that for each goat. I'm going to actually open the tablet and mix it into the thing. And then another thing that we're deficient in here is selenium. So the selenium and vitamin E helps with that. And then we are having dropping temperatures really fast right now, so I'm going to give like an overall boost. So what I normally do for my worming is every 6 to 8 weeks I do this concoction, and in between that every week I do the Formula 2 from Molly's Herbals, and these are on Fiasco Farms website if you're not already familiar with that. This one is only done every 8 weeks because it has wormwood in it, which is a pretty strong herb. And then my mother sent me another herb that's supposed to help with worming, and it's immune boosting, and it's got a lot of other herbs in it, so I'm going to use that as well. And I have NutriDrench. This is something that you should just keep in your medicine cabinet if you ever have a goat that's down, not doing well, newborn, whatever it might be, a newborn not eating, or any of those things that you need extra nutrition fast. This is a good thing to have. And this is also one of those things that's good to have on hand in case you have a sick goat. Probiotics are always a good thing. Now I do give them kombucha they actually really love, and apple cider vinegar. So that's something else. And then something else that I have learned about here recently is essential oils for worming and also for immunity. So the oils that are good for worming are going to be oregano, and then rosemary, eucalyptus, and wild orange. And then to help with the boosting the immune system, I'm going to be adding frankincense and lemon. And I would use On Guard rather than the rosemary, wild orange, and eucalyptus, but On Guard has cinnamon and clove in it, and it's not recommended to use clove on a pregnant animal. And I have hopefully, of course, pregnant goats out there, so we're not going to use the On Guard, but I was just going to let you know, if you're just treating a buck or an unpregnant animal, you can use the On Guard and replace the rosemary, wild orange, eucalyptus, because it has all of those plus cinnamon bark and clove bud. Alright, and just 1 drop of oil. Got our herbal deworming immunity boosting balls ready for the goats. And now we're moving on to dinner. A friend of ours gave us a nice big venison roast. It's still defrosting, but it's almost there. And we're going to have potatoes. We have organic red potatoes. We have organic baby carrots, organic onions, and organic garlic. And we're just going to throw it all in the crock pot and make a nice, simple, easy meal. Thumbs up, Rowan wanted to say. Thumbs up. Alright, we put the whole bag of carrots in because we love carrots in this house and everybody eats a lot. And I cut the potatoes in half, and I just slice the garlic just a little bit. And I'm going to throw that all into the crock pot, and I'm going to put the meat on top. I'm going to pour a little bit of liquid in the bottom. I'm probably going to use some spiked apple cider, because our apple cider is turned into spiked apple cider, and that's what I have. I usually like to use beer. Beer is my favorite to use, but I don't have any. And so beer or wine or cider or broth or water if you have to. Anything to just add a little bit of liquid. Now the baby's up, so I'm going to throw this all in here and go get him up. And this is why we have so much to do and so much to work on when the baby naps, because we have to be quick. Get as much done as we can. So what I like to do with the meat is get my cast iron skillet super hot, and then I'm going to throw the meat on there and scald each side really hot brown on the outside. And I'm going to use some of my salt and pepper mix that I like to use on everything. And I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of that on top of the vegetables as well. So I've already turned on my crock pot on high, so it'll start heating up. We're kind of late getting started with a crock pot dinner tonight, so today, so we'll have a later dinner, I suppose. But I'm going to get that skillet nice and hot and just sear each side of the meat before I put it in the crock pot. That helps. So I just scalded the outside just enough to brown it on the outside. That helps hold the moisture and keep it a nice moist roast. Out here doing some afternoon chores, making sure everybody has food and water. It's supposed to be really cold tonight, so I want to make sure everybody's got plenty in their belly to keep them warm. And I'm going to see if the goats will take their treat. Their healthy immune boosting balls. Eugene. Wait. You want it? Sorry, this is hard to do. Yep. Fancy 2 is taken. Yep. Good girl. I didn't think about it being hard for them to bite off. Maybe a cookie shape would be better. Oh yeah, cookies. Oh no, Bo, is your nose running again? Or is that food on your nose? There we go, cookie shape works better. So let's flatten this down out into a cookie shape. See if Eugene will take a nibs. Nope. Fancy girl. Come on, girl. Fancy 2 wants more. Let's see, Bo. Willow? Fancy 2 really likes it. She's trying to get her head in there to take it. I might have to do this when I put them up so that they'll each individually get an opportunity to take it. You can't have 2. It's medicine. Alright. We're going to have to give these individually. So we'll let Daddy know that Fancy 2's already had hers. I'm going to go back up here and check on everybody's water, fill up the water buckets in case our water hose line freezes. Our friend over at the Grass-Fed Homestead accidentally left his hose attached and it froze, and so he warned us about that. So we're going to make sure that's not going to happen. I'm prettier now. I don't know if you can make out all the colors, but I'm just over here filling up the duck water, making sure that they have high enough height in their water that in the morning we can pull the hunk of ice out and they'll still have water and won't have to be refilled. It's supposed to get down to 20 tonight, so that's the coldest so far this year here in our part of Georgia. So I didn't get to cover the garden, but really lettuce is probably the only thing we're going to lose out of that, and it was already bolting. So I might just go ahead and reseed another bed of lettuce anyway. And I think the kale and collards and broccoli will all just become even more sweeter. So good night, y'all. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Stay warm. Be blessed.